A battery energy storage system burns in California, leading to school closures, an evacuation zone, and businesses having to shelter in place. This is a blow to Southern California, as another energy storage system is on fire, only months after the Otay Mesa fire burned for more than 15 days. This fire is located in Escondido, at an SDG&E facility. This facility was built in 2017, and at the time of its construction, it was the world's largest energy storage system at 120 megawatt hours. The whole system has 24 different units, and each unit's right around 5 megawatt hours. Due to the gases being released and a large amount of smoke in the area, this highlighted area is a mandatory evacuation zone, and the rest of this area is a shelter in place. Thankfully, this isn't a commercial area, but it did affect over 500 businesses, most of which are closed today. And when I say today, this is still on fire at the time of this filming, over 24 hours later. They were expecting the unit would be on fire for at least 12 hours, but ideally no more than 48 hours. There are also 4 schools about a mile away from this facility. Not only did they choose to release early on the day of the fire, but the day after, today, they chose to stay closed. While it's not directly affected by the evacuation, there is a large hospital that's adjacent to that evacuation zone, so there could be some concerns if the winds were to shift. On the plus side, it does appear that this is a well-designed system. It is not a walk-in style system, the style where we've seen problems in the past. It's also not a large building like Otay Mesa, so I wouldn't have that expectation that it's going to burn for weeks on end. This system is designed so only one of these units should burn. The heat from the fire should not be able to extend to the next unit, causing that one to go into thermal runaway. Essentially, you're writing off just one of these units instead of multiple units if there's a fire. The fire crews are doing exactly what they should be doing, spraying water on the neighboring units. That keeps them cool and will hopefully prevent the fire from spreading to the adjacent units as well. But the timing of this fire is really poor for a company called AES. Not that any fire is really properly timed. If you like this type of content, or you're getting something out of it, I'd appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, thanks. Ultimately, AES is looking to construct a large energy storage system much larger than the one that's currently on fire. In fact, about 10 times larger. It's going to be 1,280 megawatt hours. On top of that, it's in a residential area and not too far from the existing hospital. There's a lot of residents that have concern over one of these large systems being installed practically in their backyard. These types of incidents involving fire really don't help that concern. Less than a week before this fire even happened, the Escondido City Council voted 4-1 in favor of a resolution that really doesn't look highly upon energy storage systems. It's not going to outright stop the project, but it lists a number of things that the City Council has issues with.
Battery energy storage products do not bring realistic economic benefits to the city, including jobs, new local tax revenue, and instead may burden the city with health and safety risks.
There is currently a health and safety risk, but think about the impact this has on the economy. All those businesses that are currently closed.
Long-term static land use, negative impact on existing residential land values.
These types of facilities do take up a lot of land. And actually, one resident was saying this project would put an 8-foot wall on 3 of the 4 sides of their property.
The city is located in an area in San Diego County subject to severe and destructive wildfires, and as such, its residents have been required to undertake extensive fire safety efforts at their homes.
We all know there's a history of large wildfires in California, and there's a concern that if a wildfire hits one of these units, one of these facilities, what happens next? And then there's always that risk of thermal runaway, that cascading thermal runaway effect, these fires that can last 24 to 48 hours in a properly designed system. A fire that lasts that long can be a drain on the city's resources, tying up first responders for a significant amount of time. But again, they're not saying they don't want battery energy storage systems. They just want them to be installed in a smart location, outside of city limits, away from residents, in an area where it's not really going to affect the economy.
And I want to make clear, we're not opposed to battery energy storage.
At the moment, we don't know what battery chemistry is involved, but I get so many comments that LFP, lithium iron phosphate, will solve all of our issues. Unfortunately, that's not the case. There have been a number of LFP-related thermal runaway events, and the most recent one that I'm aware of was an energy storage system being transported when it flipped over on I-15, causing delays for almost 48 hours. If you want to learn more about that incident, click this button right here.